Wait, is that tab window smaller than usual? Boss best is on the server, what the heck? But yeah, seems to be correct. And I think we already started. So what is this about? We have a MultiLap track, Endurance-like. I'm gonna get rid of Open Planet here on the server, because there were often issues with many players on the server in Labs mode. So we have a MultiLap track, similar to the Spam and Frostbule weekly races back in the days. We can now have 15 minutes of warm-up to learn the track, to warm ourselves up on that MultiLap, and then comes a race over several laps. And the Frostbule races and the Spam weekly races, they were very huge events that sadly then ended at some point because Nadeo was not able to make it possible that many people can join on a Labs mode server together. There were a lot of issues coming up, and at some point Spam also didn't want to go further with that. It was just annoying. But there are smaller cups sometimes that host these kind of cups again, endurance races, and they worked because not many people joined there. If Spam hosts such a thing, then of course a lot of people would like to join that, and then the server doesn't handle it. But this is here from the Finnish community. The maps are often pretty good, and it's just very good. Yeah, but it works nicely because you don't have too many players, obviously. But if more people would really know about that, I think it would become huge. When you see that one or other big name is actually playing. For me, it's usually difficult to play that, because sometimes I have to work these weekends. This happens every month on the first Sunday at 13 o'clock. But there were exceptions when they didn't have a map ready. Then it didn't start at the first Sunday, then they moved it to the second Sunday sometimes. So it's not set in stone that it will be in the first one. This time it is, which is good because in the second I'm working. So I try to participate in it. And yeah, last time I participated I couldn't win. There was a huge map that was like 6 minutes long, something. And today it's gonna be difficult because we have boss bass on the server. But endurance races are of course a little bit different than other cups, because here one mistake can cost you the whole race. Also you cannot say that you just sum up. Also if you just sum up the lap times also together, yeah, you will get the end result. If you drive the same laps in rounds mode, like the same times, then you might win most of the rounds, but if there is one really bad round, in rounds mode it only costs you some points, but you can catch up with first places again. But here, if you really lose a lot of seconds, you're out. You cannot catch up so much, eventually, or maybe, probably. So doing no mistakes is quite important, but of course you need pace still. And I need to find quickly pace on this map, because 15 minutes are over earlier than you might think. Especially because I joined like half a minute late on the server. It's a nice map today by WarmUp. And I think it was, yeah, together with Laku. I'm not sure who Laku now is, but it's a duo map, and WarmUp is very known for mapping. He is very active still in Trackmania United especially. And his maps are always very good quality. He could probably easily also become a Team GL mapper, theoretically. And you see it's a mixed map. Very smooth, very easy. Kinda perfect for that kind of cup. Okay. So I need to get this tighter here. A lot tighter. Okay, let's remember the turns as they happen there. Okay, okay. Yeah. Here's also a straight to rest your hands a little bit. Still need to remember the first turn, so hairpin. In the third turn, I wanna take like this, I guess. The grass. Early gear change. Looping. That part I'm a little bit unsure. There's a looping trick that forces you to go to the right and you have a bad angle for the next part though. I'm not sure if Wormy would know that. Also, hello Wormy. I don't know if you know that looping trick where you go diagonal. But it makes the next turn angle-wise critical. So probably it's better to not take the looping trick. So here with the penalty, it's always the question. Yeah, like that is better. You wanna jump at penalty, I guess. Especially it's so important, like it's really important to find out if it's better to keep grip with no airtime or just jump as much as possible at this penalty. But I didn't over jump completely, so I guess that this is better. And then the ice. Ice is always the most important section of the track. Alright, so let's go for a good run. With a hairpin in the start. Okay, let's not go for a good run, let's train a run. Let's train the parts over one lap. Yeah, I wanna keep my grip, my gear of course. So outside to inside to middle. So like this, I can take a tight angle, but I get an auto slide here. I get a very early auto slide even. So I do like a bit of Trackmania United driving smooth over the booster. But with my looping trick beforehand, when I got much tighter through that red boost, I didn't get an auto slide. I'm a bit yak about that, I'm not understanding. The auto slides, of course, shit, it will destroy your whole turn, and then also your whole momentum over the full speed section and the uphill penalty. It's gonna lose a lot of time. And this turns also, and we have here a lot of important corners. Also here the exit speed is so crucial. Yeah, similar to here, I have to train a bit more. Because my car always forces me way too inside. Do I start myself to drift? That's also not right. Also, you wanna kinda auto-slide this, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Just need to get this better. Because it's very crucial that you get exit speed out of this turn. Similar to all the corners. Yeah, this is good here. You can even go there. Ah, look at that. That's better because you leave earlier. Oh god. Still need to make the corner though. 354. Yeah, you could have gotten much more, I guess. And that's super important. Like, you have a lot of kinda important parts because of the fast-paced map, and exit speed always matters for a long section then, so. Let's see if I can go for a nice lap time now. I got a gear problem there. By going in between the cactus, the Ngolo there, I was a little bit afraid of hitting those. So, but I can say that this was a very, very good lap. And it's hopefully the fastest lap. But do we see that somewhere? Because I wouldn't know how to improve it. Do we have somewhere local records? I don't see it. Can't find them. Yeah, it's maybe a new plugin, because when I played it the other times, you had local records in the warm-up. Well, let's actually train the start. What the heck? Let's go. 21 laps overall. And already 1.7 seconds until the 3rd place. So I don't know what happened there to the other players, but that's a very good start. I usually don't have these starts. Okay, I understand it now. Is it this here, the backup stuff? Findurance backup. Ah. I was like, wow, what a nice start. I was already getting nervous. Yeah, also on the penalty, I'm a little bit unsure with going in between the stuff there. I'm not sure if it's really needed because I have like such a diagonal line that I need to steer a lot on the dirt. So maybe I should not go for that because you can easily touch something, yeah, and then I'm in the mud. I have a 3-minute warm-up now where I can test this again. Also get more of a feeling to this part here. This is better. So if I come here from further outside, then I can seemingly go full steer. Look at that. This is what I want. Aha. I don't know why it works there, but it does work. That's the most important thing. It felt also a bit not right that I was so far ahead. I wanted to say that's usually not the case that I lead in the first lap immediately. And it was also not driven that perfect. I had my usually chokes in there. Oh yeah, this is so much faster as well. So much faster. Don't get the early upper gear at the moment. Oh, I'm going here. Ah! Can't be. Now I got it again. Really outside. Close to that sign, kinda. But as long as I get a lot of speed here over the penalty, Need to get that exit still better. Alright. Let's go. 21 laps. A 7th place, that feels more like right. In first place there, haha. Found the line. Or is the server dead again? No, you can't be sure. That's alright, I'm second. Battling with Krakus and Bospes as expected. Also I call him Krakus still, but he has this name Seraph for quite a long time now already. Over a year, I guess. The others already lost some time. Again up to first in that section. Having such a part where I am now the fastest and the others will surely not find out how I do that. Because it's not logical to go there. That helps a lot. Knowing that I can, every round, every lap, I can win time there. It's very good. But I need to get the other turns better. Uppsala. when you trust that you will get a slide no matter what. Still second. This is when I don't Neo slide, yeah? When I decide, okay, there is one turn where I don't Neo slide, and then I get a no slide. No, that feels like not safeable then. If I'm not doing a Neo slide, I cannot control. If that can still happen. I wouldn't expect it there, but well. Oh. That's why I Neo slide every drift. Even though not every. This year, for example, I don't. Oh, shit, that's already now very difficult to catch up. Pete does a phenomenal race so far. I got much more speed out of this corner as well last round. Yeah, now I will Neo slide this. I'm bad in this drift, holy shit. I won half a second in the ice and lost half a second in a single drift. Yak on tech. Oh. I didn't see that wall very nicely because it's very dark there. So the edge was not that clear. But I think it was close. I had to save myself through the ice as well with that line. The gear. Oh, I could just slow down from the gear. It's quite annoying there. I'm also not sure what I should do against it, because I need to accelerate here. And I need to turn as well. The race is still long, very long. We got 1/3 now, 2/3 are still to go. And behind me is a big gap. I'm not even winning time on him in that part now. Oh, 369 is my biggest speed so far. Seems to be so confident on the ice as well. As long as I drive good parts, good turns, I'm equal to his pace. But if I do one time a bad turn, I immediately lose. But there is nothing, not a single sector at the moment where I would win some time. Because he just doesn't have any bad turns himself. That makes it very difficult to catch up. But then still, it needs only one single mistake, one single crash. one slide out in the ice, one whatever. And he can easily lose more than 5 seconds with that. And one nose slide, how I had it. And I mean, I was kinda lucky. Oh, wow. I really need to get this exit better for the long straight here. I was kinda lucky that I actually hit the triangle. If I didn't hit the triangle, I would have lost so much more. But if you hear that on the outside, the window's open. Ah, he lost 8/10 actually. So I'm back to what I had last lap here. Too bad I lost 8/10 by, like, without mistake beforehand. Yeah, he lost more, he's a bit out of the momentum there. I had also a very good ice. Yeah, and what I won, I probably lost in that exit again. Ah, not really. It was barely okay still, I lost only a bit. But nothing to see from Boss Pass. I wonder if he's still driving. I expected him to be the favorite here. I had a lot of battles with Krakus already. I guess that Krakus just improved in this format as well. Because back in the days when he was here, he was already there strong. But I had a feeling that I can beat him by consistency over the long race. Eventually I will beat him. But now I'm not so sure anymore, he's really doing well. That gear is really annoying. Like, look how much I lose. 5.3 to 5.3. I lost so much. Halfway through here. You often have these close races. It's really interesting because the pace is so similar. Also, at the moment he has a little bit of a better pace. But not much. Not in a way that he could now make a mistake and still win. Also, a huge mistake. Sometimes there were these races where I lost 2 seconds per lap to my rival. But he got such a big lead after 5 laps already that he could just do a mistake and still be ahead. But here it's at least still relatively close. But there are some important drifts with a lot of exit speed that I just don't really get perfectly, and they cost a lot. They cost me every lap. I have one weak drift with a low exit speed and I lose half a second immediately. Every lap there is one of these drifts. And the drifts are the most important thing. It's a mixed map, but the off-road parts are pretty easy to get. Only the drifts really make the time difference, because they decide about the exit speed. It's almost 7 seconds now. Unless that one lap where he lost like a second or maybe 1.5. He has such a clean race. Okay, I did jinx 1.5 seconds from him. So it was at least working a little bit. Did jump in the penalty. He had less speed though. Ugh. Maybe I should go over the snow in the ice turn. On the inside for a good line. 370. My best speed so far. And probably not possible to get much more. Rip it. Ah, I caught up so much. Now card didn't jump at the penalty and I lose so much. we have 3 more laps after this one. I need to gain over second per lap. I put some pressure on him with my pace in the last laps. There were a lot of laps where I caught up some time. So maybe he starts thinking. .9, maybe he has low speed here. 3.6. The race needs to be longer for me. Oh. Last lap. Oh my god. Cheers. There he is. Wow. Dude. I came from +7 to this. In the end, I actually, also either he's... Either he was saving a little bit, or I actually suddenly found pace against him. One second. Of course I had in the beginning these crashes here that did cost more, but the race would have been different if I didn't do them. Also, it was around lap 15 where I saw the distance and where I told myself, okay, now I go with confidence through exits. Yeah, if I touch something, it doesn't matter because look at my lead towards the third place, Muri. And Muri is a very good player. He's over half a minute behind. That's actually crazy. I had such a huge gap, so I could risk, of course, a little bit. My last ice in the last lap wasn't even that good. Probably could have been even closer. But that alone wouldn't be enough to win. He said he managed the gap. I mean, yeah. You can manage the gap, but when your opponent gets then within a second and the map ends with an ice slide, you can get choky fingers. You can get sweaty fingers in that moment. Also, I tell you, this one lap 16, lap 17, something around there, where I didn't jump over the penalty, instead drove over it and had low speed through the freewheel and a slow motion block. That actually did cost me quite a lot. But the other laps, all the last laps, really good. Of course, here and there, a bit possible in the one or other corner to gain more time. But overall, I'm really happy how I did these last laps. And if I was in the lead against him, it would be a completely different story. I wouldn't be driving like that. So it's nice when you get pushed to your limit by your opponent. And by the fact that you run out of laps. It's a nice feeling. Yeah, good job, Krakus. He had barely any mistakes in the whole race, so that was deserved. I had mistakes in the beginning. And also some wonky turns here and there, where I lost half a second on a straight after corner exit. That happened multiple times. But yeah, in the end, I mean, there's not maximum risk. It was still kinda controlled, but it was just the difference is that I went with confidence through an exit. Yeah, if I touched there the outside, I wouldn't release. In the early stages of such a race, I'm usually doing one extra tap release. That's not really a tap, an anti-tap. So I make an extra release out of some exits where I actually didn't need to, and now in the end I went with the confidence into the corner that I know I just want to have the good exit. I just go acceleration. I accelerate there. That's like the difference. And I went with a bit more confidence into the ice slide, tried to hold it long. Things like that. It was just clean. I didn't even action key the water, but in the first 2 laps I was very shaky there with my stick. I thought in the first lap, for example, that I could easily slide out there. I shaked a lot. Actually, a lot of people did play today. Nice. So Purple got 4th, then we got Dennis in 5th, Sake in 6th, Tarpor in 7th, Snappy in 8th, then Good Luck Better in 9th, and Alexi in 10th. He is also around a second of a gap. Were there any close fights? Here this was also 1.2. These guys still need to finish, but there are big distances and checkpoints. And yeah, I guess that was best left at some point early on. Or he didn't join that server. It could be that Bossbest didn't know about the backup server, I don't know. No, wait, when we started the race he was there. There he is, 32nd. 1920. So he went actually kinda long, 233 checkpoints he did, like almost half of the race. Then he gave up. Yeah, I mean, good job in managing that. You kinda still need nerves for managing that, because when you see every round that your opponent gets closer, I mean, I do that myself as well, yeah? When I'm leading such races and I know there is a very fast player behind me that is pushing all the time, then I just hope that at some point he makes a mistake when he pushes, and I also start managing it. But usually my managing is also very tight for the end, and you can of course get nervous in that last lap when you see that I'm getting within a second to you. Especially when it ends with an ice slide. And yeah, also the water turn in the end should of course work when you do action key forge, probably can't even go wrong. But you can definitely get nervous when I get them so close. But yeah, you didn't do a mistake then, I guess, when I understand it correctly. It was just that you saved here and there a little bit more, and that perfectly worked out in the end. I had, yeah, as I said, small mistakes in the start. I had a nose slide in the last drift, and I went through the triangle in the checkpoint before the ice. I kind of was lucky that I didn't lose more time, but I decided to not neo-slide that corner. It worked in the warm-up. I just turned and slid. Usually I always neo-slide every drift that I do, just to be sure that I don't no-slide. But there I said myself, nah, that should work. And then I got the no-slide. And I was, oof. There was a shock moment. I went through the triangle and I had to save myself, lost like 2.5 seconds to you. And that was in the beginning when I went to over 3. And then I had not a pace from you. Like, I had the pace, but every bad corner that I did immediately cost half a second and added. Never be. Wow! Nice cut. Every little bad corner that I had directly cost like half a second in the exit, and there were no corners where I really won that much. Also sometimes, but I lost more. Yeah, from the third lap onwards, I then decided to near slide this turn here always. To be safe. Okay. I guess I'm gonna leave the server as well.